Now, we have a child who is lying motionless on the road. What do I do now? First and foremost is scene safety. Ensure safety. The child is on the road. So, you will have to move him away from there or put red triangles all around 45 to 50 meters from there if available, or form a human chain, but please ensure safety. Now, you have ensured safety. What to do next? Check whether the child is conscious or not. How do we check whether a child is conscious or not? Now, we have a child here lying down motionless. We need to assess whether he is conscious or not. How do we do it? How do we assess whether a child is responsive or not? Tap gently on the shoulder and shout loudly. You can say hello, or if you know his name, call out his name. Hello? Hello? Okay, now he's responded. He's just moved and mumbled. So what to do next? Leave him there. If there is somebody to help, please tell them to arrange for medical help, activate the emergency system. If you are alone, use your cell phone, you call, or you find a place, find another person and tell him to arrange for emergency ambulance. Okay, now you come back to the child as soon as you can and continue monitoring till help arrives. Now the child is not conscious. What do I do next? If there is somebody to help you, please tell them to arrange for an emergency ambulance, activate the emergency response system. If you are alone, first look at the child and check for breathing. How do we check for breathing? Please tilt the child's forehead and lift his chin up without pressing on the soft part of the neck. If you see anything in the mouth which is easily removable, please remove it. But never poke your finger deep down into the throat. Never do a blind poke. You may do more harm than good by pushing the object further down. Okay? Now look for breathing. Look at the chest, see whether it's moving with the breath, feel for the breath and listen to the breath. Yes, the child is breathing. Look, listen and feel, and do not spend more than 10 seconds for this. The child is breathing comfortably. He is not gasping. What do I do next? You should put the child in recovery position and then go on to activate the emergency system. You can use your cell phone, you can use a passerby's help. Now, how do we put a child in recovery position? Take the arm closest to you, put it on the side with the elbow bent. Take the other arm across the chest and put it against the cheek, the back of the hand against the cheek. Now, hold the knee away from you and roll the child over towards yourself and slightly extend the neck. Okay, this is known as recovery position. Now, the child is not conscious and he is not breathing. What do I do next? I will have to start the CPR. What is CPR? Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So, how do we do it? First, we learn about how to give chest compressions. So, on the lower part of chest, in the center, on the breastbone, but without touching the tip of the breastbone. On the lower part of the breastbone, but without touching the tip. This is the position where we will have to give chest compressions. How do we give chest compressions? Place the heel of your hand on the lower part of the chest, on the breastbone, and give adequate compressions. How do you give? To a depth of around 2 inches at least, but not more than 2.4 inches. Please press hard and allow the chest to recoil, and the rate should be approximately around 100 per minute, but not more than 120 per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, these are chest compressions. Then you will have to give 2 breaths. So, how do you give breaths? Tilt the forehead. Use 2 fingers to lift the chin. If there is anything visible and easily removable, please remove, but never do a blind poke. You may cause further damage by pushing whatever is in the mouth deep in. Always, only if it is visible, please remove, and when you do the chin lift, make sure you do not press on the soft part of the neck. Okay? Now, how do you give breaths? Pinch the nose, take a nice deep breath, and breathe in for a second. Form a seal around the child's mouth with your mouth. Again take a breath and give one more breath. So, you give 30 chest compressions, 2 breaths, at least 5 cycles before you leave the child to activate the emergency system. It is a must that you do 5 cycles for 2 minutes and then activate the emergency system if you are the only rescuer. If there are 2 rescuers, obviously you can ask the other person to activate the system and you can proceed with the CPR. Till when do I do this CPR? Till you revive the child, or expert help arrives, or you are so exhausted you cannot give effective chest compressions anymore. Then you ask someone else to do it for you. Suppose it is a child who is much bulkier than you, or you are not able to give effective compressions with one hand, you can use both hands. Place the heel of one hand over the lower part of breastbone without pressing on the tip. Put the other hand over it and you can give effective compressions. Suppose I have a handkerchief with me. I can use that to protect myself when I am giving breaths. If I am not comfortable giving breaths, what do I do? Or if I am not able to give effective breaths, then in that case you can just do the chest compressions at the rate of 100 compressions per minute, not more than 120 compressions per minute. Let's have a quick recap. A child lying down motionless, you have looked for responsiveness, the child has responded. Leave him there, arrange for help. Now you have checked consciousness, the child has not responded. Check for breathing. The child is breathing well, put him in recovery position and arrange for help. You checked for responsiveness, he didn't respond. You checked for breathing, he is not breathing. Go on to do CPR for at least 2 minutes before you go for help if you are the only rescuer. If there are 2 rescuers, you send the other person for help and you start the CPR. Minimum 2 minutes of CPR before you leave the child to go for help. So you give 30 chest compressions and 2 breaths, 30 chest compressions and 2 breaths. You continue doing this till either expert help arrives or you revive the child or you are no longer able to do it. Once you revive the child, please do not forget to put him in the recovery position. There is something called automated external defibrillator. Many a times, especially in older children and adults, the heart may stop beating because of an abnormal rhythm. So, by using this machine, we actually can get the heart to beat normally again, the heart to have a normal rhythm. This machine gives shock. So, these machines are available in airports, big malls, big offices. So, if this machine is available, when you ask for medical help, please make sure you get this machine, and this machine will give you prompts and you can take its help to get the heart beating again. But please never stop CPR while you get the machine. Once you connect the machine will prompt you and tell you when to give shock, when to give CPR. We will discuss in our next video about how to use this automated external defibrillator. Please do share our first aid videos.
Spread the message.
Save lives.